Are you looking for a new gaming laptop under $1,000? Then you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving into the best gaming laptop you can get within this price range. So let's not waste any time and jump right into it. The laptop that impressed me the most is the Acer Nitro V with the model number ANV15-51-73B9. As you can see, it's currently priced at $940, which is well within our $1,000 limit. But as always, let's take a look at the price history. And here we find something very interesting. This laptop usually costs around $850. So ignore the $940 price tag, it's likely just temporary, which makes the laptop an even better deal. The processor in this laptop is the Intel Core i7-13620H. This is a processor with 10 cores, 6 of them are performance cores, and 4 are efficiency cores. The performance cores can reach a maximum turbo frequency of up to 4.9 GHz. And I bet you're already bored because this stuff doesn't really matter to most of us, right? What's important is that whether or not this processor is powerful enough to run multiple programs simultaneously without issues, so you can watch videos and game at the same time without a hitch. And crucially, it ensures that the graphics card isn't bottlenecked, and that's exactly the case here. This laptop comes with the NVIDIA RTX 4050, and I want to get straight to the point here. How much FPS can we expect in different games? To answer that, let's dive into the benchmarks. Fortnite at 1080p epic settings and DLSS turned off gives you an average of 95 FPS with a 1% low of 78 FPS. Valorant at 1080p high settings gives us a whopping 400 FPS on average. Sometimes it even goes up to 450 FPS, which is quite impressive. Apex Legends at 1080p high settings gives us an average of 144 FPS with a 1% low of 116 FPS. Not bad. By the way, we are currently in the process of developing our own game for PC. Here are glimpses of the game world so far. More about this at the end of the video. Counter-Strike 2 at 1080p high settings with DLSS off gives us an average of 190 FPS. GTA 5 with 1080p and Ultra settings gives you an average of 96 FPS with a 1% low of 76 FPS, which is excellent. Red Dead Redemption 2 at 1080p quality preset and DLSS off gives us 66 FPS on average and a 1% low of 58 FPS. Not bad. To sum it up, the NVIDIA RTX 4050 handles gaming with ease. Shooters can be played smoothly, and even AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 can be enjoyed at over 60 FPS with the right settings, of course. So it's a great fit for this laptop. Now let's talk about the display. It's a full HD matte IPS display. IPS means excellent color accuracy and stable viewing angles, along with low response times and high refresh rates. In this case, it's 144 Hz, which means that in games like Valorant, you'll actually see the FPS you're rendering, allowing for super smooth gameplay, and since this display is matte, it reflects less light compared to glossy screens. The laptop screen is only 15.6 inches, so even with relatively low resolution, the pixel density is still decent. But if that's not enough, you can always connect a 4K display with 120 Hz via the HDMI 2.1 port. And if you're also searching for a secondary monitor to pair with your laptop, then I recommend this one. This laptop comes with a 16GB DDR5 RAM, which is more than enough for gaming and multitasking. And this laptop comes with a 512GB M2 NVMe Gen 4 SSD, which offers data transfer rates of up to 7 GB per second. Yes, you heard that right, 7,000 megabits per second. In other words, Windows boots up in just a few seconds and load times are barely noticeable. Once you experience this kind of speed, you won't want to go back. Now, 512GB might feel sufficient at first, but it can fill up quickly. When the day comes, you should consider adding another SSD because this laptop has 2 slots and installation is extremely easy. Here's an SSD I recommend. These are all the ports and connectivity options available. I won't go through each one, but the key point here is that you have HDMI 2.1. This means you can theoretically game in 4K at 120 Hz on an external monitor or TV. However, Keep in mind that the RTX 4050 might not be able to render most games at that resolution and refresh rate, but for games like Minecraft or Valorant, it's perhaps possible. What I find cool about this laptop is that a Windows 11 license is included. This means you can unbox the laptop and start using it right away without having to buy a license from some shady website. If you're convinced now, then go ahead and scan this QR code to check the current price. Anything under $900 is definitely worth it for this laptop. If you purchase the laptop through our link, we'll receive 1 to 3% of the purchase price at no extra cost from you. 100% of our earnings will go towards developing our own dream video game. Link to our devlogs can be found in the description box below and in the comments, and we invite all of you to check that out. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Cheers!